Chapter 7 of Sunny Days and Sunny June. January 6. Komm und spiel mit mir. On the subway ride home, Final was very quiet. What he had been offered, it was paradise. Better than any drug or alcohol he ever partaken of. A chance of pure ecstasy. But like any contract on the crossroads, if she got caught, she was done for. Bad enough that she came from a broken household. Worse, that life had gotten so bad at home that her older brother Longplay had essentially left to move in with her father to Detroit. Yeah, how bad does your home life have to be that Detroit is the better option? But getting caught would mean a one-way ticket to the blanks if she got off easy. Jail time if she didn't. Of course, either the blanks or jail would probably be a preferred punishment compared to the hell she'd go through if her mother found out that her pure, impressible, but a little too naive for her own good Vinyl liked girls. Yes, in that way. Of course, Vinyl hadn't known that at first. She thought the first guy she'd been with at the tender age of 13 just meant that the first relationships weren't the greatest. But then she met Cloudkicker, and, well, Kicky's standards were a little different, as the girl would do anything with a pulse. Vinyl included. They didn't last, of course. Vinyl, despite her rough, boisterous nature, wanted romance, and Kiki just wanted, well, her kicks. But they still remained friends. The relationship, however, had been a learning experience for Vinyl, who now knew what she wanted in life. A Mrs. Right of her very own. And nothing crystallized that fact more than when she met someone nearly a full year ago. Last February, to be precise. The girl in question probably didn't remember. After all, Vinyl's mother got on her case to clean up and not look like a slut that day. Vinyl had slicked back her hair, wore her actual glasses. Few people knew her shades were actually prescription lenses, and played classical guitar in a performance as a favor for an influential state politician her mother lightly lobbying. The girl had been complimented by a beauty with faded dark hair, amethyst eyes, and immediately set every iota of Vinyl's being aflame with desire. She thought about the girl on and off, more on than off, truthfully, for the past year. Had it not been for the chance occurrence last week, she never knew who the girl was. But Flash's fumbling attempt had led towards a name, identity for Vinyl's muse, Octavia Medley. Now Vinyl had a chance, an opportunity, to meet the girl and woo her, bet her, get everything the young DJ ever wanted. All it was going to cost, she looked at the small medicinal bottle in her hand, was her soul. But you should pick up this song, Sunset asked Velvet as they pulled up in front of Caroline High, the first day Monday after school resumed. Dear Night and I have a very extensive taste in music. I wish I could pass it on to my children, but maybe it's more nurture than nature. She sighed. Who knows? Maybe it'll rub off on you if you stay with us long enough. I don't really think I'm going to be listening to 1970s German pop music, Velvet helpfully supplied. Yeah, that. The woman laughed. Well, I don't blame you. This is actually Knight's desk, not mine. Really, I don't care much for it either, she shrugged. So, head straight to work after, or do you need someone to pick you up? Sunset shook her head. No, Verity, Fluttershy, and I are going shopping afterwards. But I'll be home for dinner. Okay, I'll see you then. Sunset kissed Velvet on the cheek and got out of her car. As the four heads drove off into the distance, she smiled to herself. Since that talk with Twilight, Sunset began to open up more to her foster family. And as the barriers fell, she began to feel the same comfort with them that they did with her. She even stopped having nightmares over the holiday break, and while she didn't know she'll ever be safe from Princess Celestia's wrath, she now knew that she had someone in her corner should it ever come to it. After all, no one knows you better than family, she thought to herself, as she headed towards Sun Entrance. Hey, Shimmer? Sunset turned to see a girl walking towards her. Oh, hi, Minuet, she said, waving. Minuet blinked. Wait, no Colgate, Agafresh, or Crest jokes? No, that would be rude, Sunset replied. You already got enough crap to deal with because both your parents are dentists, and have been teased non-stop about that since you were a kid. And speaking of which, I apologize for all the times I've been rude or mean. Wait, you sure you're Sunset Zimmer? Or did you get replaced by an alien? Well, In a manner of speaking, yes, I am, Sunset Simmer. And yes, I am an alien, Sunset said, joking, or at least as far as the other girl knew. Then he went play twice. Um, Never mind. Anyway, I can't believe I'm asking you for this, but I need your help. Why me? Because, well, you're a bully and mean and pass, Sunset said abruptly. When May went looked at her, Sunset added, Look, I had my eyes open over the past few months. I'm deeply ashamed of the person I was. Now, you might not believe me, but I have 5 friends who totally trust me. I'm not willing to risk those relationships over going back to my old ways. Likewise, I have a family that loves me, and I would not want to disappoint them by becoming the monster I was. So he gave the other girl a sympathetic look, but said, If you want to talk it over with someone, I'd be happy to listen during lunch. But if you're expecting me to beat anyone up, sorry, but you're mistaken. Sunset walked away, but he once said, Your friends be trusted? With my deepest secrets, literally, was Sunset's answer. In that case, fine. I'll join you at your table for lunch. Oh, that's easy, girls, Twilight said with a smile. The answer is Curious es solo ius es usque ad solarium et ad infernos. This means whoever owns the lands is theirs up to the heavens and down to hell. Wow, Twilight, that's awesome. I never could have passed my Latin test without your help, the first girl said, gushing, while the second one behind her was just amazed. Look, if you team need more help, let me know and we can meet for lunch in the library sometime. And study, okay? Thanks, Twilight, the second girl called as the both left. See you later, Amethyst Star, Sea Sorrel, she said, waving towards whatever plans they had for the lunchtime. She heard chuckling behind her. Twilight didn't have to turn around to address the individual. What's so funny, Tommy? Those girls all totally crush on you, you know that? David says he met her cousin on the main corridor. The school. Of course, you probably didn't notice that, given that you have your head in the book half the time. Twilight rolled her eyes. I'm not that dense. It's just my taste don't lean in that direction, and I don't want to encourage anything. How do you know? Well, what about you? Your date with a guy didn't go so well. Willing to try batting for the other side? Batting for the other side? You're starting to sound like Sunny. Octavia marked Grum, then added, Seriously, though, 2 months ago you would have barely talked to those girls, much less anything else. Yeah, I know. Twilight says she cycled the combination on locker and opened it. The other day, Dad said he thinks having Sunny around's been good for the both of us as we've been for her. The both of us? Well, in case you haven't noticed, you're not as caustic or defensive as you used to be, the other cousin pointed out. Octavia thought about it for a moment. Well, I guess you're right, though I never thought of it that way. Yeah, even Spike started to lay off the Sunny Hayes light, and as funny as it seems, I got her referring to my parents as mom and dad once in a while. I think she's starting to feel like she's part of the family as far as she's concerned. Think of person adopter, Octavia said. I don't know, Twilight replied. I think Shiny, Spike, and I would be comfortable with it, but my parents might not be. I mean, it's not like Sunny Spike's age after all. She'll be going to college in a few years. Well, community college if she doesn't improve her grades. And that's another expense for my parents while they're thinking about their own futures and saving for Spike's college fund. Parents aren't exactly worried about you getting a scholarship, Adira replied. Well, considering I already got some interest from a few Ivy League schools, probably not. But getting back to what I was saying, the other thing is I think Sunny sometimes worries her previous guardian might try to take her back. Do you think that Octavia trailed off as 2 people approached them? Twilight, seeing the look on her cousin's face, turned around and saw them as well. Immediately understanding Octavia's reaction. Both were seniors. Both were incredibly beautiful and were very influential in the school. To call them the queen bees of the Zachary Academy for Girls would have been a close but inaccurate statement. The tradition that the school was for seniors was to take underclassmen under their wing like older sisters. The most popular girls tended to take this role seriously. It was there. It was weird to have both fleur-de-lis and campaign drinks approaching them. Excuse me, tonight, Zephine said, her soft, gentle voice holding a slightly amused tone, reflected in the somewhat older girl's weak-colored eyes. Yes, Twilight asked. This is for you, Zephine said, giving Twilight a small note. Someone slipped into my locker with the request, so I delivered it to you. Thanks, Champagne, Twilight said, appreciative. No problem, young love developed. The little girl still with a smile. Twilight turned bright red in response. As Champagne giggles, he added, Don't be so embarrassed, Twilight. You may not realize it, but you're probably one of the prettiest in your age group. And while I'm going to guess that you don't intend to matter like Flora and I do, you shouldn't be surprised if people find you attractive. No, Sammy, it's funny you should mention that, Fleur said, because I got the same kind of note, but it's addressed to Octavia here. The coral-haired girl held up a similar-looking envelope before handing it to the other sophomore. Looks like someone or someone's. It's not as the two of yours. Champagne added, perhaps they'll be our successors as the school divas. Fleur nodded in approval. They certainly has the qualities that embody it. The fox-haired girl looked at the nearest clock. Well, lunchtime is passing, and I still got a few other errands I got to take care of. I'll see you two ladies later. Blessed luck. Whereupon four gave the girls an encouraging wink. With that, both seniors departed. Octavia and Twilight looked at each other, both of them completely surprised. Did you? Twilight asked. Not a clue, Octavia answered, not really sure what was going on. Curious, Twilight opened hers first. And it's handwritten. Joy. Dear Mrs. Sparkle, I am a golden fire, would very much like to desire to meet you. Should you be available, I would like to have dinner with you this Saturday at the Chez Crabby. I am on the hors d'oeuvre by the boardwalk. I will very much like to meet with you. Yeah. Chez Crabby? Wow, your secret admirers all gone out, crowded on Octavia. That's like the most expensive restaurant in Horseshoe Bay. Yeah, it's also an inn, Twilight said, a worried look on her face. Octavia picked up on it instantly. Don't worry. I really doubt that whoever it is who wants to meet you is going to try anything with a hotel room. For what? We're teenagers. Anything stupid as statutory written all over it. Plus, this happens that the restaurant has the inn attached to it. I think more people go there for the food than the stay, since there are nicer hotels in town. Okay, maybe I am a little too worried. Trust me, you are. Now let's see what I've got. Miss Octavia Medley, we met once before. I don't think you remember me. And since that day, nothing has caught my attention as much as your beauty and grace have. Since that day, nearly a year passed, the memory of you burned in my mind like a eternal fire, unceasing, unyielding, and forever not letting go. My hope is that we can meet on Saturday for dinner at the Gray's Carrot around 8. I hope to quench my ceaseless fire in my heart then, and maybe start something more. Ever pledged, V.S. Gray's Carrot, never heard of it. Sure you have. That's where Shiny took Katie the night he proposed to her. It's that restaurant downtown over on Cobblestone Road, across the street from that really loud nightclub. Oh, that's the one, Octavia said with distaste. Well, it's not like I'm old enough or have any interest in going to the boombox anyway. But I wonder what the ratings are for the Glazed Carrot. Octavia asked as she put the note in her pocket and pulled out her phone. Sure, yep, it's got something on it. Nervous? Kind of. I'm worried it might be Bluebird trying something. I doubt it, Tavi. You told me yourself that Shiny scared the hell out of him. And even if that wasn't the case, it's been, what, a year? Probably moved on to victimize some other poor girl. Yeah, you're right. It's most likely some nerdy guy I met at one of my performances last year. I'll have a nice dinner. He'll ask me out again. Unless he's worth the effort, I'll probably say no and remain friends. What's the worst that could happen? Putting away her phone, she said, Come on, let's go get nuts while we still can. You guys have to promise me you won't tell anyone about this, Minnie told the group. If you tell anyone, I'm jacked. And I'm serious about this, guys. I can't even tell my friends. Sunset looked at her friends, but in turn nodded. You have our word. Okay, the girl said, pulling out a phone out of her pocket. This phone belongs to my brother's best friend. He left it at our place by accident, apparently. Since it looks like mine, I thought it was, since I had to call my friends to tell them I was running late to meet them. I picked it up and used the default locking pattern. It wasn't until I was looking for a picture in the gallery app I realized it wasn't mine. That's when I saw what freaked me out. With that, we went past the phone to Sunset. Sunset took the phone, and then one by one the other girls looked at the images. Eventually, the looks on their faces went from confused to completely perturbed. Hmm, hmm. Pinky asked with her usual lack of aplomb. Why you knit? Pinky, the Applejack said. Pinky promised me you're going to keep quiet. Now. The cotton-handed girl sighed. Okay, okay. Cross my heart, hope to die, stick a needle in my eye. She said with complex emotions that looked like a kid to a fourth grader schoolyard foul. Why do we say needle in the eye anyway? What's the put a needle in their eye? And for that matter, who wants to die? I? Why? Woo! Can we just hold the fight instead? There's gotta be something better than sticking. Pinky! Rainbow said testily. All yours, Sonny, Applejack continued. Thanks, Sadie. Sunset said before a huskier voice she asked, Minnie, what? Why are there naked pictures of you on someone else's phone? The girl looked like she was going to cry. I used to date a guy that attends county. I sexted him a pic once. I know it was stupid to do so, and that pic was the first one you saw. But the others. I didn't send him any of the others. I don't know where they came from. Anyway, yeah, if I may be frank, you look like as though you're in. Betty blushed furiously as she stammered. You're in coitus in that fourth picture. Yes, she said, mortified. I slept with Stylen. He, he's Waterfire's boyfriend. And Waterfire is my best friend, Minnie said, looking as though her world was about to end. I I don't remember what happened. Stylen asked me to go shopping with him last month to buy something for. Wait, that's Waterfire. And we stopped for lunch over at the Burger Shack. Next thing I remember is that. She chilled off an incomprehensible sob. What have I done? Well, if you ask me, Rainbow said, her eyes narrowing, you're a two-timey bit. Rainbow, stop! Firesight scolded. That's not helping. Besides, look at her. Does she look like she's doing it? Yadley tested and said, Fine, I'll hear the old thing. But I swear, if she's screwing over her friend, and screwing her friend's boyfriend, Rainbow pointed an accusing finger at Minuet, you're going to wish you didn't say a damn thing to me. Rainbow, Sunset Orange, she reached over to grab a napkin. Minuet, what really happened? I told you. I don't remember. I just. We were at the Burger Shack one moment having lunch, talking about what Y wanted for Christmas. Next thing I remember, I. The look in her eyes was one of terror. It was like I couldn't stop. Like I wasn't in control of my own body. I'm not making excuses. I'm serious. Yeah, right, Rainbow scoffed. Rainbow? Look, you guys, sorry. You guys know how I hate buddy fuckers. You, Minuet, you took it literally. So, you don't remember? Sunset asked. Did you consent? Yes! No! I mean, I don't know. The blue corn-haired girl has moaned. All I know is that the first thing I fully remember is I woke up, sticking in a bed in the Motel 6 down in Sunnytown, and he was there with me. We swore to keep it a secret. I showered, then he drove me to the nearest subway station. I didn't even want him to drive me home because I was afraid of late. She looked at Sunset, and in her eyes, Sunset saw the same primal fear she had every time she thought of Princess Celestia. All during winter break, I was freaking if I was pregnant or not. Thankfully, I take the pill already for hormonal reasons, so I think I'm safe. But I don't know if he told why or she suspects. And she's my best friend. We've known each other since second grade, and I'd rather slash my wrist than hurt her. But if she finds out. Well, we promised we wouldn't say a thing, Minuet dear, and we won't, Rarity vowed. But if you wish for my advice, I would speak to one of the school guidance counselors. I'm sure Mr. Ironwheel or Miss Hushwing can provide some suitable advice for you. But I do feel you should speak to an adult regarding this. But we're here for you if you need us when you end, Fluttershy said, offering a shy smile. Thanks, girls. Now I gotta get back before Wayne and Yaris think there's something seriously wrong. With that, she waved goodbye and went to join her friends. Well, any other fucked up shit for today? Reba grunted, clearly not happy about the whole thing. She's telling the whole truth, Sunset told her friends. Frankly, I agree. But how are you sure? Applejack asked. I'm assuming you. Mary finished off her sentences by wiggling her fingers, though odd looking, for anyone present was nothing more than a statement. No, I have to do it through my hands, since I'm not chronically endowed right now, Sunset replied. To add to that, the moon dust came off his new face, so I'd be draining myself more than usual. I could do a spell, but I wouldn't be able to mask it. So no, it's just an educated guess. Educated guess? First I asked. You noticed it before I did, Flowers. That look in her eyes. She's terrified. Not just afraid she's going to lose her friend, but she really wasn't in control. Believe me, if there's a person here who understands that, it's me. Hiya, really? Oh, hello, Macatostia. What brings you here? This was, the team fascinated to admit, a good question. Slugger was on the other side of the school, and yet he was here. She wasn't worried about that. He was a friend and absolutely dedicated to his longtime girlfriend, Sweet Cream Scoops. If anything, she looked to him as a brother figure, seeing that he's a couple years older. The only thing is what I ask. He reached in his pocket and pulled out a small envelope. Someone dropped this in my locker. Left a sticky note asking Millie to give it to you. Really? She asked with sent in a note. Yup. Thank you very much, she told him. I very much appreciate it. Right. Give her a grin. With that, he headed back his way to class, leaving her alone to open the letter. Dear Miss Rarity, I will request the order of your presence for dinner at Le Fantasy Saturday evening at 7. If you would be so kind as to provide an address to a student named Noteworthy, he will ensure that it gets to me so I may provide for a limousine to pick you up. Awaiting your reply, B. You might be wondering why I did that for Blue Blood, but not for Flash or Final. Because gosh darn it, if I don't love doing my Blue Blood voice. A limousine on dinner at Le Fantasy. We had the only whistle to the knees. Le Fantasy was the rarest of rares. A 5-star Michelin restaurant that wasn't in the top 10 metro areas of the country. After all, Camelot was only the 37th largest city in the nation. But the story went when the renowned chef, God Monsieur, decided to retire far away from the hustle and bustle of New York. He soon got tired of the easy life and opened up Le Fantasy in San Palermo. Oh, mother and father be jealous. They've been trying to get reservation there for ages, she thought. Las Anino. She was suddenly very glad she decided to go shopping on Fluttershy and Sunset that day. She was going to need to bring all her class and gear. Hi, I'm home, Sunset said as she walked in, looking exhausted, but happy from a trip to Equestria Fashion Center. It's practically dropping her bags to the ground. She had enough time to take off her jacket before Velvet poked her head from the kitchen. Sonny, could you come in here, please? Her foster mother asked. Sure, what's up? She asked, pausing only to give Velvet a kiss on the cheek. As she entered the kitchen, she noticed the group sitting at a table. Shiny was sitting there in his uniform. Next to him was a woman with long brown hair and the eyes the same color as Twilight's. She was dressed in the uniform of the Equestria County Sheriff's Department. Sitting between them was Cadence, who was still in her work clothing, having apparently come straight from her office. Finally, sitting next to them was Twilight and Octavia, both of which had looks on their faces that could be described as worried. Did I do something wrong? Sunset asked. What? Sunny said. Oh, no, nothing's up right now, Sunny. Just wanted to introduce you to a childhood friend of mine and Katie's. Yesterday, the woman, he said, Sunset Simmer, this is Sandalwood. Sandy just got out of the Navy last month and started her job last week and with the ECSD. Sandy? Sunny's the girl I was telling you about. Sandalwood eyed Sunset carefully. So, you're the crazy-ass girl who Shiny and his family managed to corral. Well, I guess you're not Jill, Juicy. Case reached over and knocked Sandalwood on his shoulder, hard. Easy, Sandy. Sonny's had some hard times, but he's a good kid. Hey, just giving the kid a hard time. Wouldn't be a cop if I didn't. Yeah, but the kid's like a sister to me, Sandy, Shiny pointed out. Yeah, just means I need to keep an eye out for her like I should do with Twilight, Tommy, and Spike. Looking at Sonny, he said, just give you a line of crap, kid. Just having got out of the Navy means I haven't quite civilized myself yet. Her comments were punctuated as the woman did finger quotation signs. Seriously, though, you three girls take care of yourselves. I heard some seriously bad shit this morning at roll call. It's gonna be rough out there for kids your age. I'm guessing you got the same bulletin we did, Sonny said. Our sergeant told us not to worry about that. Yes, because nobody's seen anything. So obviously we live in a crime-free paradise, Sandalwood snarked. Still, you got three teenage girls here, Shiny, so it's best that they at least be aware. Turning to the girls, the deputy commented, about 2 weeks ago, the DEA started putting out bulletins regarding a new designer drug, a type of benzodiazepine that makes roofies look like coke. Roofies? Sunset asked, not familiar with the term. Your kid. Oh yeah, you must have kept a low profile if you haven't heard the jokes, Sandalwood replied. Roofies is short for rohypnol, a variant of the drug I mentioned. It's used as a date rape drug because it's both a muscle relaxant, not going to explain that one, and has a nasty side effect of having the victim not remember a thing. Not remember a thing? Sunset thought to herself, alarm bells going off in her mind as she recalled Minnie Wet's conversation from earlier. It started 2 weeks ago when some custom agents got word of an illegal shipment of ivory coming to the U.S. by way of ship coming up to San Diego from Germany. They didn't find ivory, but what they found was worse. An improved version of the drug, called Vibranospa, or the Vibe. It's been nicknamed in London. Fortunately, they've already got into the wild. We'll be seeing it locally sometime in the future. Right now, it's prohibitively expensive, so they're not expecting it to really get out of hand unless someone first engineers it. What's it do? Twilight asked, curiosity getting the better of her. Look, Twilight, I know that computer brain of yours likes interesting subjects, but stay the hell away from this one, Sandalwood warned. The vibe has an extra component to it that makes the person ingesting it susceptible to suggestions. It's a literal mind control drug. Supposedly, the German pharmaceutical company working on it stopped production immediately once they realized what they had created. But the formula and samples were stolen from the lab before they could destroy everything. You're joking, Twilight said, disbelieving. Nope, and you can take my crow if I am, Sandalwood said solemnly. Circular as he facepalmed. Yeah, gotta remember, I'm not an MA2 anymore. No crow. She muttered to herself before saying, but seriously, girls, well, I don't think it's going to be an issue. Just take care, okay? I got a little sister who just started going to Washington State last fall, and I worry about Minty constantly. I don't need the extra headache if I got to fret about you three. Got it? Got it, Octavia replied. Crystal, Clay added. Sunset was about to say something when her phone suddenly went off. Looking at the screen, she saw it was someone she hadn't expected to call. Excuse me, I gotta take this. Walking in the living room, she asked, Hey, Blossom, I didn't expect you to call. Oh, I was so glad to get a hold of you, Blossom forced out on her phone. Look, Sunset, I need your help. I know I've been a bird and I barely know each other at... Stop right there, Blossom. I'll be glad to help if I can. What's up? Can we talk about it tomorrow? I really don't want to mess with this over the phone. Please, don't tell Kiki about it. She'll go ballistic if she finds out. That's not good. Yeah, sure, Blossom, but I have to work tomorrow. Can you come by the cafe? Yeah, 5 work for you? I'll be there. See you then. Hanging up the phone, Sunset's mind rolled. Earlier thoughts now forgotten as Blossom Force problem came to the fore. Wonder what's so bad she can't tell me over the phone. Hey, Sonny, are you okay? She felt a tapping on her shoulder, looked to see Octavia there, looking concerned. Yeah, just lost in thought. Obviously. I only asked you about 4 times if you wanted any ice cream. She looked at her friend and stood her cousin intently. You sure nothing's wrong? Oh, no. Just got a call from a friend of mine that goes to Cook County. She needs some advice, so she wanted to see if I could come by to the cafe tomorrow while I'm at work. Okay, As long as it's nothing. Well, there is something. Something inside. Grave look on her face. When I TV away patiently, Sunset dragged it out for a few moments before asking, "Is there any double chocolate left?" Ugh! You are incorrigible, you know that! Octavia groaned. Okay, you want to tell me what's wrong? Cloud Kicker said to File. Nothing's wrong, Kiki. File said, leaning back in the chair, looking at the moon. She had bought her get dressed, and the moonlight reflected parts of her pale skin. She took another smoke of the joint she lit, then placed it on the ashtray, placing the roach clip on the side. Huh, nothing's wrong, the blonde scoffed. You come over. I haven't seen you in weeks, and suddenly you want the full friends with benefits treatment, even though we broke up because you wanted more out of the relationship, and it was me that was comfortable with the casual sex. So don't bullshit me by telling me nothing's wrong. Final was quiet for the longest time before saying, "You know, you're lucky. Your parents don't care who you bring home. That's because my parents are idiots. They figure as long as I'm having sex, smoking pot, or getting drunk in the privacy of my own bedroom, I'm not doing any of that where bad things can happen to me. Quote unquote. What kind of parenting is that? I swear, if I ever have a kid, I'm going to make sure he or she is a complete prude. Not to no. I mean, your parents don't care that you're bi. My mom would fucking kill me if she knew I was a lesbian. As far as she's concerned, I'm only allowed to spread my leg if it's the son of some state senator or higher. Final paused briefly before adding, I told my dad last time I talked to him. He didn't care. Said as long as I was happy, that was what matters. And my brother? Well, I'm playing says as long as he gets to spoil whatever nieces or nephews are born, doesn't care who I'm with either. So, sounds like you should move to Detroit to live with them. Oh, the shit that will cause. Mom will start a war with lawyers over how dad corrupted my innocent personal mind or some crap like that. Clockmaker got out of bed. Just out of curiosity, where does he think you are now? Final laughed. I told her I'm here. I just laughed my ass off about you. That you're going to the soccer ring and you want to be a nun when you grow up. Like that's going to happen. Cloud said, reaching for the joint. So, are you going to tell me what's wrong? I think I'm in love with someone. Final said, and the funny thing is, I don't know her. I met her once. I sent her a crust layer asking her out on a blind date. But I think I've got a sure thing, Kix. I think I can win her heart. Vi, nothing's a sure thing when it comes to love. Just one of those things you can't force. Sex? Yeah, sex you can force, to some degree. Especially when you're a teen, because we're made for fucking. But love? No. If it was easy, your parents would still be together. Maybe we still be together. Oh, please. Your idea of romance involves lubes and chocolate sauce. Hey, I'm a creative girl. Cloud Kicker purred as he passed the joint back to File. You coming back to bed? You want me, smoking a doobie while we're in bed? In case you forgot, it's January. That stuff out there on the ground called snow. And even though the South has central heating, just looking at the snow makes me want to crawl under the warm covers with the nearest hiding. That'd be File blushed, the flush soaring through her body. Thanks, Kiki. But let me ask you, Spy. If you love her, why are you here with me? Should you be out there trying to win her? What's her name? Her name's Octavia. And let's be honest. Anyone that's friends with you probably end up in a sack with you sooner or later. No offense, but it's just who you are. Hey, for the record, I have two friends who I have no interest in doing the horizontal bop with. Cloudkicker replied. Blossom? There's just something about it that makes my brain automatically scream, no! Even if I try to think about it. And Sunset Simmer? I know she's totally hetero. Wait. You know that cunt? Cunt? You kidding me? Sunset's cool. She helped me out with a problem I had last month, and I appreciate the assist. Here, Final said, offering her the clip. I don't think you're stoned enough for reality to kick in yet. Seriously, she's a twisted bitch, okay? Kiki, she's a friend you don't need. And yet, She helped me with Blossom when she was feeling suicidal after a breakup. Does that sound like a bitch to you? No, but it doesn't sound like Sunset Summer either. Well, it was. You're changing the subject, Final. What's so special about this Octavia girl that's got you completely pussy-whipped? Me? Pussy-whipped? You got the wrong girl, Kiki. Purple eyes roll in her sockets. Final, after you broke up with me, you dated Blueberry Cupcake for a while, but you didn't sound anything like you do now. With Blueberry, you were in control. Now, you sound like Octavia's got tied to her penny strings. You don't even know her, you said. Did it ever occur to you she might not walk this side of the street, so to speak? Yeah, it did, Octavia said softly. But like I said, I got an edge. What? Friend of yours knows her? Knows that what she wants a pair of soft arms sweeping her off her feet instead of something manly? That she wants to take a trip to the Isle of Lesbos curiously of the SS Sapphos? Nah, nothing like that, Final said, voice fading to a somber quiet. But let's just say I have an edge. Final, you're being evasive. That's not like you. You mean it's not like me with you? Final answered. Yeah, you promised me once that you'd be open with me, always. Heart, mind, body, Cloudkicker grinned wickedly, and legs. I don't want to talk about it now, she said. Besides, I can't believe I'm here. Talking about the concept of love with you of all people. Hey, believe it or not, I fell in love once, Cloudkicker replied. Screwed that up hard. Don't know if I'm ever made for being with one person. But, hey, just might try monogamy someday if the right offer comes up. Yeah, right. Final said she shook her head at the impossibility. But a second later she said, will you do me a favor? Yes, I will make you orgasm at least once more before morning. Funny. No, seriously. I need you to promise me if this goes wrong, you will hate me. Final. Promise me, Kix. I have no idea what you're talking about, but you're a friend. I could never hate you. Especially because you got the best tits of any girl I know, mine included. Thanks, Kiki. Miles said, taking one last puff before setting the spent remainder down. Crawled back into bed, kissing Cloudkicker, blanket remaining smoke in her mouth. Now, let's get busy until we're exhausted. I don't want to go to school tomorrow, and I want to wake up sore and spent sometime around tomorrow afternoon. Think you could do that with me? I think I could do that to you. Cloudkicker promised as he pulled her friends down into the seats. The following day, Sunset was approached by Princess Celestia. Miss Shimmer, may I have a word with you? The educator asked. Sure. Am I in trouble? No, you're not in trouble by any means. Celestia said, Okay, that makes me even more worried. Sunset replied as he followed the older woman to her office. To her surprise, Vice Principal Luna was there, waiting for both of them. Close the door, please, and have a seat. Sunset said, sat down. Celestia asked, I understand you're familiar with Miss Minuet, are you not? I'll take that as a yes, Celestia said. Luna noticed Sunset's reaction, said, Relax, Sunset. We know you're not at fault. Furthermore, she also informed the police that you were trying to help her when she... Luna turned away, swearing something under her breath that was likely an Italian profanity. Celestia shook her head. I guess we should be upfront. Last night, Minuet tried to take her life. I can't give you the details as they have not been made public yet. But suffice it to say, it was very fortunate that they were able to rush her to County General in time. Sunset gasped, What? No! What? How? The flame-haired girl paused for a second before asking, Why? We were hoping you could shed some light on that for us, Luna answered. I can't. I promised her, Sunset stated. I understand, and normally I commend you on that, especially given your previous attitude. But one of my students, a girl who came to you in confidence, just tried to kill herself. And if you have any idea why, I need to know. You're not breaking a promise. You're helping to pull her back from whatever brought her to the brink of despair, the principal replied. Sunset sat there for a second, as if waiting for the decision before finally speaking. She slept with her best friend's boyfriend, but she claims she doesn't know how it happened. Maybe they got drunk and stupid, I don't know. but the look in her eyes, City tells me she's not lying. Plus, the last memory she has of the whole thing was having lunch with Stylen. Stylen, you said? Luna asked. Yes, she's Waterfire's boyfriend, the guy involved. I see, the natural-haired woman replied, but didn't elaborate. Sunset, I'm going to ask you to go and see her, and ask her to tell you what you just told us to the police, Celestia advised. It contradicts what she told them earlier, that she was feeling depressed about something, and suddenly felt like cutting herself. I've studied some reports on that phenomenon, and I can't say Minuet fits that profile. I'll be glad to help if I can. Sunset looked at the clock. I'm going to be late for work, so if you excuse me. So you're dismissed, Sunset. Thank you for your assistance. Celestia said warmly. Once the team departed, Celestia looked at her sister. Silence involved, apparently. Interesting. Give it a thought. I think you may want to take my suggestion seriously, sis. I'll take it under advisement, Lulu. I want to run past Velvet first. A censored version, at least. Velvet is, after all, her mother. Does you mean foster mother? 2 months ago, yes. Now? The pastel-haired woman looked at where the recovering youth had been sitting just a minute prior. Now I wouldn't be surprised if Miss Simmer met her match, a person whose caring can overcome Sunset's apathy. Sunset popped open the back of her parents' minivan, then slid her contrabass in. But then she got into the passenger seat. Thanks for picking me up, Dad. Hey, I'm just glad you remember who I am, considering I'm gone most of the time. Evening Sign said to his daughter, Oh, come on, Dad. Just because I'm with Uncle Knight and Aunt Velvet most of the time does not mean you and Mom are hard parents, she said, slipping on a seatbelt. Especially since you're going to let me go on that date, right? Harvey, I have to admit, I'm a little concerned about that, especially given my mistake last year, he admitted. I'd be especially happy if you went on a double date. Maybe I'd try to go out with a friend, or maybe Sunset could go with you. Sunset rolled her eyes. Dad, I'm older now. I can handle myself. And after that whole thing with Blue Blood, I know what to look out for. I'll be fine, don't worry. Sorry, see. I just remember the little girl I used to sing lullabies to when she was 6 weeks old. It's almost like I blinked, and now you're already a grown woman. He shook his head. It's never easy for a parent, especially when you're on the road and missing every detail of your daughter's life. Dad, I know what you and Mom do is important, and you're the best at it. And you're not stuck up business like Mom's sister. Octavia, there's no way to revert to your aunts, he scolded her, even if you are correct. Whatever. But that'll be fine, Dad, I promise. It's just a date. It's not like there's the same sort of grand conspiracy behind it, you know, she assured him. After the supper, Iron may defend, or have a side date to determine if he's boyfriend material. Not right. Well, if you're sure, he said, stroking his beard. I didn't knew that gesture. He was only did that when he was giving in, despite the fact that he had the better argument. Yes, I'm sure, she said, reaching over to kiss him on the cheek. Now let's go home. I'd like to spend at least the rest of the week with you and Mom before you disappear for another few weeks, and I forget who you two are once again. Hey! She grinned. Just kidding, Dad. Thanks for coming with me, Blossom. Sunset says she walked down the hallways of County General, on the way to Minuet's room. After what happened, she got hold of Pinky and asked her to get switch days. Pinky happily agreed, as she needed to be home early anyway, because her aunt and uncle were going out after the cafe closed. Sunset went with her to the cafe so she could meet Blossom Forth, and then, from there, the two went off to County General. No, it's okay. It lets me get my mind off my problem, she said. Besides, I knew Minuet from when we went to elementary school together. It'll be nice to see her again, though I wish it were under better circumstances, the four-year-old girl replied. Ugh! Sorry, Blossom, I completely forgot about your issue. Sorry, I should be a better friend about that. And there was a word I never thought I used outside my circle, though she kept that thought to herself. No, it's okay. My problem won't pop up for a while, Buzzford replied, and Minuet needs our help now, she said as the two arrived at Minuet's room. Hey, Minuet, Sunset asked, knocking on the door. Hi. I'd wave, but... The damage was clear from what she had done. Her arms were heavily wrapped up in gauze, well past her elbow. Buzzford gasped, Minnie? Blossom, what are you doing here? I was talking to Sunny here and... Wow, Sunset, you really have changed if you could get someone as timid as Blossomforth on your side. Minuet said, then paused. And Sunset was looking at her with a mixture of sorrow and anger. Why? Why did you try to kill yourself? Sunset asked angrily. Behind her, Blossomforth gasped in shock. Yeah, slit my wrist and brought the knife down the length of the arm. Almost died from blood loss. If I hadn't forgotten to close the door, my parents would have been too late. Tears started rolling down her teased cheeks. And it doesn't matter anyway. Doctors say the cuts are going to scar. My arms are ruined. And even then, my life is ruined. You didn't answer my question, Minuet, Sunset said. Her voice had been a tinge of anger, both directed and not directed at Minuet at the same time. Sunset's life had been hell. Still was, considering she was marked for death on her home world. But she had never once considered taking her own life. But then again, I always preferred to fight battles, not run from them. Sunset mused. And based on all the kids I picked on and bullied, usually running away was the preferred option. That's like Equestria. Sometimes I don't fit in the crowd. I'm sorry, Minuet said, turning away from her friends. Hey, I'm not mad at you. Not entirely, but I think I deserve to know what the hell's going on. Yes, she paused. Blossom, can you step outside? I need to tell Sunset something in private. Sir, just let me know when it's safe to come back in. And please, Minnie, don't think you have no one to turn to. Blossomforth went over and embraced Minuet, as much as the bedgrown girl tried to hide it. Sunset noticed that Minuet recalled the other girl's instant gesture of affection. Blossomforth fired. Sunset replied, Why did you just... Come here, Ross, she said. In my bag in the closet, there's my phone. The PIN number is 37225. Min, just do it. Sunset complied, digging out the phone. As he did, Minuet continued to give her directions. Someone emailed the video file last night. In the download folder, click on the MKV file and it should play. Sunset did so, started to watch the video, her eyes opening up in shock. What the fuck is this? She asked, revulsion slaying as she saw the images on her screen. Minuet yelled, Sunset, you had to believe me. I don't know, but I'm not guilty. I didn't know. Sunset looked at her, stunned, and came back to the video. On the string, the caption on the screen said simply, There's more where this came from. On the video could be best described as a mass of writhing bodies, skin against skin, going at it as their job to repopulate the entire planet. Oddly, the faces of the boys were evolved were censored out completely, but the faces of several girls were very visible. Minuet, Autumn Gem, Red Gala, a girl Sunset didn't know personally, but went to county and came by the cafe often, and Blossomforth. Minuet stammered as Sunset watched the girl that looked like Minuet making out with the girl that looked like Blossomforth before. I've seen more than enough. Sunset stuffed the phone in her pocket and pulled out her own. You could borrow mine for a couple of days, Minuet. Unlock patterns of 5-pointed star. No, keep yours. Hold on to mine. I'm not going to need it for a few days, she said, indicating her ruined stars. But Sunset, I believe you, Sunset replied. The other girl sighed in relief. Teary look on her face, changing to one of joy. But I'm going to find out what the hell's going on, Minuet. I promise. Minnie, she said, tone of gratitude. My friends call me Minnie. You could call me Sunny, Sunset said with a smile. But I'll get to the bottom of this. You have my word. Thanks, Sunny. One last thing. Yes? Sleep. Sunset raised her hand and erupted with sizzling brilliance, causing Minuet to immediately drift into slumber. Moving quickly, Sunset took the girl's arms and began to glow with magic. I really hope this spell works, because healing cantrips were never my forte, and I'm weak enough here on Earth as is. She spent several seconds holding Minuet's arms, the glow radiating from her hands into the injured girl's wounds. I can't get rid of my own scar, much less hers, but maybe I can lessen it so it won't look as horrific when it heals. A minute later, Sunset completely drained. That took a lot more magic out of me than I thought. but she was sure she got the spell right. After all, if the one Princess Celestia insisted she learn back when you were as close as she could be. Slipping out quietly of the room, she saw Blossomforth sitting on a chair. She cried herself to sleep, Sunset lied. But she didn't want to freak you out, Blossom. No, I wouldn't have, Sunset, Blossomforth insisted. She's a friend. Why would she do this? I I don't know. She wouldn't tell me, and I was still open up about it someday. Thought came to Sunset. She did mention something. Have you gone to any parties recently? Yeah. Back in October, my boyfriend and I went to this really swanky party in Horseshoe Bay. It was being hosted by his cousin. A lot of boys and girls were there, but, she paused, I don't really remember much about it. Really? Sunset's blood went cold at that answer. Yeah, I just remember drinking a Sprite when we got there. And next thing was that it was 2 in the morning. My boyfriend's driving me back to my place from the party. I recall being sore, but he was just dancing a lot. There was a knock on Principal Celestia's office the next morning. Yes. Sunset opened the door and came in. Why, hello, Miss Simmer. Usually you don't come in. Sunset blocked the door and sat down in front of Principal, pulling Minuet's phone out of her pocket and placing it on the table. We need to talk. Think I should put a warning at the beginning of this video, guys, where I say, warning, trigger warnings. I feel like I should.